Job description of records officer. Roles, responsibilities and skills. A records officer plays a pivotal role in ensuring that an organization's information is well organized, securely stored, and easily retrievable. In a world increasingly driven by data and documentation, records officers serve as the backbone of information management. They are the custodians of official records, making sure that documents are accurate, compliant with legal and regulatory standards, and maintained efficiently. The job description of a records officer may differ slightly depending on the nature of the organization, whether it's a government body, hospital, university, law firm, or corporate enterprise. But the core responsibility remains the same: managing and safeguarding records throughout their lifecycle. This includes creation, classification, storage, retrieval, and disposal, all while upholding privacy and integrity standards. Overview of the role. The main role of a records officer is to handle documentation in both physical and digital formats. Their work ensures continuity, accountability, and transparency within an organization. From tracking down archived files to implementing digital record systems, the position requires attention to detail, discretion, and strong organizational skills. As digital transformation accelerates across sectors, records officers are increasingly required to work with electronic records management systems, ERMS, and database technologies. At the same time, they must still understand traditional filing systems and handle legacy paper-based records. This role is especially crucial in industries where accurate record-keeping is not just preferred but mandated by law, such as healthcare, finance, education, and government services. Roles and responsibilities of a records officer. At the heart of this job description is the need to maintain a reliable and secure documentation system. Records officers are responsible for managing the lifecycle of documents, ensuring accessibility and compliance every step of the way. Document creation and classification. Records officers begin their work at the point of document creation. They oversee how records are generated and ensure that proper naming conventions, categorization, and filing procedures are followed. Documents may include correspondence, contracts, invoices, reports, patient records, legal documents, or meeting minutes, each requiring proper classification based on content and retention period. Organizing and storing information. Once documents are created, records officers determine where and how they should be stored. This could involve cataloging physical files in secure cabinets or entering information into a digital records management system. Proper indexing allows for easy retrieval later and reduces the risk of misplacement. Maintaining record security and confidentiality. Records often contain sensitive information, client details, employee files, financial data, or medical histories. A records officer ensures that these are kept confidential, only accessible to authorized personnel. This involves implementing and enforcing policies related to data access, encryption, and backup. Retrieving and distributing records. When records are requested internally or externally, the officer retrieves and distributes them in accordance with organizational policies. Timely and accurate retrieval is essential, especially when documents are needed for audits, legal proceedings, or client inquiries. Monitoring compliance and retention schedules. Organizations are required to keep certain records for specific durations as dictated by legal, regulatory, or operational standards. Records officers ensure compliance by maintaining a retention schedule and disposing of records that are no longer needed in a secure manner. This helps prevent data overload and mitigates legal risks. Digitization and system updates. In today's digital world, records officers are often involved in digitizing paper documents and maintaining up-to-date filing systems. They may oversee scanning processes, apply metadata to digital files, and regularly update software platforms to align with best practices in digital archiving. Supporting audits and legal investigations. When an audit or investigation arises, the ability to locate and produce relevant documentation is critical. Records officers act as a liaison between departments, ensuring the requested records are accurate, complete, and timely. Training and guidance. Many records officers also take on the responsibility of educating colleagues on proper documentation procedures. This may involve drafting policies, holding workshops, or offering support to staff regarding how to file, access, and maintain records. This job description is built on trust and accuracy. A single misfiled or lost document could have legal or financial implications for the organization. Therefore, records officers must approach their responsibilities with diligence and precision. Skills and qualities required for a records officer. To succeed in the role of a records officer, a well-rounded set of technical and interpersonal skills is essential. The job requires a structured mind, an eye for detail, and a deep appreciation for order and consistency. Attention to detail. Since small errors in filing or labeling can lead to significant issues, meticulous attention to detail is a non-negotiable trait. Records officers must be exact in handling all forms of documentation. Organizational skills. Managing thousands of records across various categories and formats demands exceptional organizational abilities. The officer must develop systems that make retrieval logical and efficient. Knowledge of record-keeping standards. Familiarity with local, national, and industry-specific record-keeping standards is important. These might include data protection laws, privacy regulations, or archival standards. Discretion and integrity. Records often contain private or sensitive information. A trustworthy and ethical approach is vital, ensuring confidentiality and discretion are upheld at all times. Technical proficiency. With the rise of electronic documentation, records officers must be comfortable using database systems, digital filing platforms, cloud storage, and document management software. Some roles may also require knowledge of data encryption and cybersecurity protocols. Problem-solving abilities. Whether dealing with missing files, corrupted data, or non-compliant records, a records officer must be ready to troubleshoot issues and provide timely solutions. Communication and teamwork. Though their role may seem behind the scenes, records officers work closely with various departments. Effective communication helps ensure that all team members understand and adhere to documentation procedures. Educational background and work environment. Typically, a records officer holds a diploma or degree in information management, library sciences, business administration, or a related field. Specialized certifications in records or archives management can be an advantage and are sometimes required in regulated industries. The work environment is generally office-based, but with the digitization of systems, remote or hybrid work is increasingly common. The job may involve both solitary tasks, like sorting or categorizing files, and collaborative work, like training staff or supporting audits. Career growth and opportunities. This job description provides a gateway into a specialized and increasingly valued profession. With experience, records officers can move into senior roles such as records manager, compliance officer, information governance specialist, or data protection officer. They may also transition into broader administrative or archival positions within the organization. As data management continues to evolve, the role of records officers becomes more critical than ever. Their ability to maintain information integrity ensures smooth operations and supports strategic decision-making across all sectors.